Alright, so we're going to start off with some primer, and I'm using the Urban Decay Primer Potion. And it's the original formula. Putting that all over my lids with my fingers. And then I'm going to take my Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette, which is my favorite palette so far. And I'm going to take Extra Creamy, which is that beige, well not beige, but cream shade, and it's a matte shade. And I'm going to use a concealer brush to pack it on my lids and set down my primer. Then I'm going to take the shade Peanut Butter, and with an Avon crease brush, I'm going to put that into the crease as my transition shade. I cannot talk this morning, I'm so sorry. But I'm just going to blend that into the crease and kind of take it out just a little bit, not too much. Then I take the shade Spread the Love, and I'm going to go over that with my Avon fluffy brush or blending brush, and then just kind of soften out the crease a little bit, but it does help with blending everything else. Then I'm taking my Total Intensity Prestige eyeshadow crayon. You can use any kind of purple eyeshadow crayon just as a sticky base, and then I'm just putting this all over the lid so that I can have a base for my shadows. I usually do this because when I do smoky eyes or a darker shade on the lid, I like using a sticky base. And then I'm taking Jammin', which is that pretty kind of like dark purple shade in the palette. It's like, I think it's the darkest shade in the palette, but I'm just going to press that onto my eyelid and kind of smooth it into the crease a little bit. And I'm using just a flat synthetic brush. I'm going to pick up Nuts About You, and I'm going to put that into the crease with my Avon fluffy brush again, or crease brush, and just kind of warm it up a little bit more and blend out that purple. Then I'll take Peanut Butter again, and I'm going to go over Nuts About You just to kind of make it a little bit more blended. And then I'm going to take, sorry it's so blurry, but the Spread the Love shade again, and I'm just going to go over the edges of the Nuts About You shade and just kind of soften it up a little bit, but you can intensify it again. I just use that shade to blend everything out. Then take Jammin' again and go over your lid all over again just to intensify the color, since blending did kind of lose some of the color. And sorry I went out of frame right here. And then I'm going to just softly blend the edges out so that I don't take away more of that shade. Then I'll take Extra Creamy again, and I'm going to apply this with it's actually a concealer brush, onto my brow bone to highlight the brow bone area. Then I'll take the Total Intensity Prestige eyeshadow crayon again, and I'm going to just draw that on the lower lash line. I already did the rest of my face, so you're not going to see me do my foundation or concealer or all that jazz. You're just going to see me doing the bronzing, the contouring, and the blush. And then I'll take Jelly, which is the lighter purple shade in the palette, and I'm going to go over that just to make it pop more, because I feel like this shade is lackluster. I don't know if you saw my Too Faced video of all my palettes, and I did explain that it's not as bold as I'd like it to be, so a sticky base does help it. And then of course taking Spread the Love again and just lightly, and this is actually a painter's brush, and I'm lightly blending the lower lash line. Then I'm going to take Bananas, which is my favorite shade in as far as a brow, like a inner corner highlight. It's like a pale gold, and I'm using that painter's brush again, and I'm applying it to my inner corner. Then of course I'm going to line my waterline and tightline with my Lord & Berry eyeshadow, or eye pencil, sorry, and then take my Benefit They're Real tinted primer and prime my lashes for mascara. And then I'm going to take my Sephora The Mascara, and this is like a deluxe size I had gotten for free, and I'm going to apply. I really do like this mascara. It's actually really nice, and it's super cheap, so I might just go get the full size later on. And then, you can see my son in the background, sorry about that, but I'm taking my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil deluxe size sample, and I'm just going to contour a little bit. And then I'm going to, and that was a Luxie brush that I used to contour, and then I'm going to bronze my skin with the NYX Cosmetics Matte Bronzer in the shade Medium. Now for, to make my contour a little bit more intense, I got the Wet n Wild contour palette with the two shades. It's Dulce de Leche, and I just packed it onto the, underneath the contour. And then I'm using the Wet n Wild blush. I cannot remember the shade, but I'll list that down below for my blush. It's like a nude shade, and it's the color Icons. And then I'm just blending out all of my contour and whatnot, and then I'm going to highlight with the Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop. Sorry, that went really fast. Then I'm going to set everything with my Smashbox Primer Water, which is my absolute favorite. And then I'm going to go in with some lip liner from Bellapierre. This is the shade Cinnamon, and I'm just going to line and fill my lips in to prep it for some liquid lipstick. Then I'm going to use the Ofra Americano shade liquid lipstick, and it's a beautiful like burnt orange shade. I really love this shade. It's so pretty. And I'm just applying that over my liner. And that's the completed look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Another look from the peanut butter palette. I know I did one before, but I wanted to do another one so you can see how I use the purples in this palette. They're really pretty. They do need a little bit help with sticky base, but it can be worked with. I really love this palette. It's so fun. It's got oranges and purple, so you can actually play with some color theory as well. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye!